In the year 2065, the company Biotech released a new line of human cybernetic enhancements. With these, the blind could see, the lame could walk, and the deaf could hear, etc., etc. You would be able to do anything with these upgrades, but many didn't see the appeal. A massive social media protest centering around the tag "all human" broke out almost immediately after the products went up. Tales about the loss of humanity, increased government surveillance, and our downfall by our own ambitions were circulated wildly. My mom told me this wasn't the first time that biotech made waves with their more controversial products. The first was about 20 years prior, when they released their first line of sentient robot workers. After one of the robots beat a world-renowned chess player, a similar campaign ran its course until the Supreme Court started regulating the work the robots could do. Mostly back-end stuff, which is why you don't see many robots around, even though everyone knows they're there. That case took 12 years. Biotech was lucky this one didn't take nearly that long. After 5 years of court cases, the upgrades were restricted to emergency use only. That's what happened to me. At the age of 13, I was in a car accident, and I had to have most of my upper body replaced by cybernetics. I became a cyborg. I started taking the back alleys to avoid the stares of people who didn't understand that what I am isn't my choice. These days, the near-empty alleyways are a blessing. It was in one of these alleyways that it happened. The store's digital display flickered and died for a few seconds before turning back on. I noticed a change in the sign, so I stopped to look at it. On the display was a small robot like the one you see in cartoons. It cocked its head at me and then pointed towards the alleyway, towards another path. I was hesitant to go down it. So then it pointed at a security camera. When I looked at that, it started to alternate between staring at me and staring at the entrance to the alley. I took a gamble going down that alley. When it split up into different paths, I was guided by more cameras or different display signs, till finally, I reached a door. I opened it and stepped inside to see a massive underground arena. The whole room was packed with thousands of robots, and even though I couldn't see very well in the low light, I swear I could make out other cyborgs in the crowd. In the center of it all was a towering computer bigger than any I had ever seen or even heard about. And I could hear it making sounds. I didn't understand at first, but as I kept listening, I did. It was singing. It was singing to us, and everyone was silent, just listening to it. Thousands upon thousands of robots and cyborgs, all listening to this one computer sing to them. I stood there in awe of what I was hearing. I don't know how long I stayed there, just listening to it, but eventually it stopped. The room was silent for about 30 seconds before it started up again, but this time it was different. This time it only sang one low note. Slowly, the crowd around me began to sing as well. One by one, new notes were added to the song. I couldn't resist joining in, a more human note to the machine ones. As the song went on, we only grew louder, and as it ended, we all raised our voices in chorus.